Hey, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Sean, aka Sean93000. What's going on with y'all out there in interweb land? Anyway, it's a beautiful Monday morning here in the city. Beautiful. It is 9:43 a.m. and so far Chicago is looking every bit the city beautiful that Hawk Harrelson calls it. It is a amazingly sunny day, warm. I came outside with my jacket on and my hoodie. As soon as I stepped outside, I realized I didn't need my jacket, so ended up hanging it in the back because you never know when it's going to rain or hail or do something else in the city of Chicago. Right now, just sitting here waiting on an order to come through so I can go pick it up, go make me some money. It's a slow day. Kind of weird for a Monday to be a slow day, but last week it was popping so much because there were so many kids home from spring break. And I'm going to say 90 to 95% of my or the people I delivered to were middle school and high school age kids. And now those kids are back in school. We're back to their parents ordering. It's probably going to end up being a much slower week than it was last week, which means I'll probably have to end up working a few more hours to make what I normally make. But I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. I have nothing to rant about so far. Yesterday was Easter Sunday. Hope you guys had a great Easter Sunday. I know I did. What I did was I just basically laid in the cut, decided not to go anywhere, decided not to spend any money. Didn't go to church, didn't go to the show. Started to go see a game, but Sox are out of town, Cubs are in town, and I really didn't want to end up going to Wrigley. I think I'm gonna avoid Wrigley this year with all the construction that's going on over there, and then they jack the prices up for parking, $2 an hour extra. So you're not paying the regular $2 an hour anymore. Now you're paying $4 during game time. Your best bet is to take public transportation if you're going to Wrigley. But I just decided to avoid it yesterday. I watched a little bit of the game on TV. Cubs seem to be, even though yesterday they were 3-3, I didn't see how the game ended because I dozed off and went to sleep. So they could either be 4-3 or 3-4 this morning. I don't really know. But it's probably that World Series hangover, you know. Not to mention the fact that they got that bullseye on their chest now. Everybody and their dog too is gunning for the Cubs this year because they are the World Series champions. So everybody's gonna bring you their best, you know. And right now the Cubs are looking like a team that maybe partied too much in the off season, and now they're, you know, facing everybody's best, and they realize it. Maybe they thought it was just going to be, you know, an easy year. People were going to see the Cubs roll into town. They were just going to roll over and give them a victory. It don't work like that. Well, you're the champ. You're the hunted. But man, they got plenty of time to turn the thing around and get hot. But right now, I'm more concerned about the Sox. They seem like a 500 team to me, you know. And it's kind of hard to judge. I know it's only a handful of games so far, but I can't really pin down what kind of team the Sox are going to be this year, you know. They don't seem to be built for speed. They got some pop in the lineup, but it's right-handed pop. I remember back in the day, they were a power-hitting right-handed team. The only left-handed pop they had was Jim Thome, you know. They seem to be trying to get back to that, you know, that free-run, home run, will solve everything mentality. I don't know. I don't know if baseball is still played that way anymore. I think you need speed. You know, you got to be able to manufacture some runs too. You just can't sit back and wait for the 3-run home run to get you out of a jam. You got to be able to steal some bases, bunt the ball, drive guys in when there's one out or no outs and there's a guy in scoring position. You got to be able to do those things. Even if you sacrifice yourself, that's why it's called a sacrifice out. You give yourself up to get your man in. But like I said, it's only a handful of games. It's a small sampling of games to look at, but it's kind of hard to pin them down. Without Chris Sales, he's in Boston right now. The starting lineup is a bunch of no-names. I know they got Jose as the number one guy, but he hasn't pitched all that well this year. Maybe it's the cold weather. Maybe he'll heat up as the weather heats up. I don't know. I hope so. But like I said, I can't really pin them down right now as to what kind of team they are. But my gut instinct, they're a 500 club. They probably end the season 81-81 or close to. Yesterday I was really thinking about going to a game, but like I said, the Sox were out of town, and I just didn't want to go over to Wrigley and deal with the pedestrians, the traffic, the high prices. And I'm not really a 100% Cub fan. I'm a Sox man, you know. So I just stayed at home. I found that this software that allowed me to transfer, because I had an external hard drive in the past, and I had loaded it. I think it was like 2 terabytes, and it had crashed on me. And so you couldn't. The disk was unreadable. So I ended up buying a 5 terabyte hard drive, and I wanted to transfer everything from the old hard drive onto the new hard drive, and then I'll just reformat the old hard drive. So yesterday, that's what I ended up doing. I ended up just basically spending the day scanning the old hard drive and then transferring files onto the new hard drive. And man, it takes a long time to do that, don't it? I mean, jeez. It took all day, and then part of the night, and right now it's still finishing up. I understand 2 terabytes is a lot of videos and music and photos and documents and things like that, but man, it's a long time. But I have a ton of movies, a ton of anime on my old external hard drive that I really want. Buying it again, because a lot of the stuff that I got, I didn't end up buying the DVDs, you know, and then downloading them, compressing them and downloading them. I ended up going to sites, pay sites in a lot of cases, or streaming sites and getting my anime. Support anime. Don't steal it. And now it's just a question of, I don't want to have to buy it all over again. So if I can get my old stuff onto the new hard drive, I'll be real happy. So that was my day. That was my Easter Sunday. Hopefully you had a better Easter Sunday than I did. Although my Easter Sunday was pretty good by my standards. Like I said, I stayed at the house. I didn't spend any money yesterday. In fact, I didn't even put on socks yesterday. What does that tell you? Exactly. So, looking forward to this summer. Looking forward to making some more money. And hopefully the weather continues to get better and better as the season goes on. Hopefully you guys had a really good Easter. If not, welcome to the show. If you did, congratulations. Hopefully you got some religion in your life or some family time. One of the two or both. And you had a great day. All right, I'm going to end it here because, well, I've talked about the White Sox, the Cubs, the weather, the city, and Easter, and my external hard drives. So until something exciting happens to me, I'll see you guys later. In the meantime, watch out for each other and stay safe. Peace.